Well, hello everybody. My name is Nicole Mancini, and I'm doing a response video to Khalil Underwood. I originally saw this dude on a video about, I think it was like bright ocular. I think he had his eye color changed, which I'm actually planning on doing soon. But I saw a video he did, and the video was basically him. It was about Kim Kardashian being naked, and Kim Kardashian, showing her body, which clearly I do a lot. Shit, I'm always dressed like that. I'm always fucking showing off, like when I work so fucking hard to perfect. But, and he responded to me in the comments because I asked him, I said, what platform do you have to stand on telling women that they have no self-respect if they choose to do nude work or take nude photos, or just women in nudity. I just don't really understand I just don't understand why there needs to be so much policing of women's bodies, and why there needs to be so much policing of what women choose to do with their bodies, or what they choose to do with all of that stuff. Basically what I was saying was, you don't have a platform to stand on to talk about how women should not do this with their body when you went and got your eye color surgically changed. And I had a bunch of like comments responding. I think it was like 3-4 comments, maybe, I don't know, 2, where people were like, well, there is no comparison talking about getting your eye color surgically changed versus being a hoe and taking your clothes off. Well, actually, I think it's very similar. She's doing what she wants with her body. He's doing what he wants with his body. And it can be considered a bad thing if you're surgically changing your eye color. But just by that same principle, if you're getting your eye color surgically changed and, that sets a bad example for young men of color, that their brown eyes aren't beautiful. Don't you think about that? There's plenty of things that people could say that you're doing wrong, and saying that you're pointing with your fingers dirty. But, I don't have any problem with the fact that he got his eye color changed. I don't have a problem with the fact that any of that stuff. I plan on getting my eye color changed too, actually. But I think what my issue is just that we just need to stop shaming women for doing what they want to with their bodies. I mean, first of all, people were commenting and saying that, because I said myself that I am a cam girl and I'm going to be debuting in porn next month. And that I have total self-respect. I love myself in every single way. I don't have a problem with myself. I don't have a problem with anything about me. My man treats me with so much respect. I'm in an open relationship too. I'm just an all-around sexual person. But actually, believe it or not, my body count isn't that big. And basically what I'm saying is, self-respect should not be defined as how much clothes somebody's wearing, or especially with women, because they don't give a fuck with guys. But women are expected to be certain kinds of ways, you know what I mean? And society's really harsh. Either you're a bitch because you're not putting out, or you're stuck up and you're a stuck up bitch. You're gonna get heat either way. Either you're a stuck up bitch or you're a fucking whore. So you can't fucking win. Women should not be valued by how much clothes they're wearing, or how much makeup they're wearing, or how they choose to present themselves sexually, or how they choose to dress, or if they're choosing to put out nude material, nude work. I just don't think that women should be defined by those kind of things. I think women's self-respect and the way that people should respect her, it should be defined by how she chooses to allow men to talk to her, how she chooses to be treated. If she has her man dogging her out and talking a bunch of shit about her and still staying with him and saying that she loves him, then maybe there is a self-respect issue there. But I don't think that, it should be defined by how much clothes she's wearing. Because when you really think about it, things really are not as deep as people think. I wear crop tops, heels, tight-ass jeans that show off my ass. I do a lot of that shit, you know what I mean? And I get called a whore and a slut and all that time. And all that, saying I must have low self-esteem, or that I must not love myself, or I must be a whore. and all of that. And like 100%, I have great self-esteem. I think anything negative about myself whatsoever. I don't have any problems with myself. Don't think I should have any problems with myself. Sorry, I'm trying to get this jacket to like fold out. Like it was supposed to fold out past my shirt, but it keeps going like that, you know, because I'm trying to keep that whole look going. But anyways, so then people comment, they're like, oh, you're a whore that likes to get your hole plunged and all that. And I'm like, this is exactly what you're promoting, is bashing of women, misogyny, hatred, sexism. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't really give a fuck about Kim Kardashian. I'm not saying that to be like bitchy or shady or anything. I just really don't like keep up with her. Like, it's just something I don't watch. It's just not something that I particularly care to watch. I'm more into like the 50s and, you know, old Hollywood. And I really like Anna Nicole Smith, but I'm not like into Hollywood these days. But this guy, he's a cute guy who has a platform. He clearly has a very boisterous side to him, and he's starting up a YouTube channel, trying to like hit it big on YouTube, and he's trying to spread his opinions. And you know, when you open up a debate, clearly you're going to open up, you're making yourself available for other people to come and disagree with you. What I'm saying is that to place so much value on how much skin a woman chooses to show, it's just flesh. You know, one day it's not going to be there anymore. They're going to die. You know, like, I mean, it's just flesh, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's just flesh molded into shapes. I don't see why it has to be that big of a deal. Or like to say that they don't deserve respect because of how much flesh a woman chooses to show. I just think that's really fucked up. I just think that's policing women's bodies. And, you know, I respect everybody's opinion, what everybody chooses to do. I respect what everybody does. But I just want to come out and say that I think it's wrong that you said that. I think it's spreading a destructive message towards women, and I just don't think that things like that should be said, frankly. I live in a conservative state. I live in Texas, and I get all kinds of comments all the time about how you're a whore, you dress like a hoe, or you're not your man's fiance, you're his whore, clearly, you're his this and that. And it's kind of like, no, frankly, I just like the fucking clothes. I work really hard to perfect my body. I do a lot of sit-ups. I'm getting a boob job in a few months. I do a lot of squats. I go to the gym. I run on a treadmill. Like, I work out really hard. I eat really healthy for my body. And I think there's nothing wrong with showing it. And then people say, oh, well, what about kids? Well, here's the thing. I don't go to schools. I don't go to church. I don't go to places dressed like this. I go about my normal daily business just like this. Things like this happen in the world. Women dress the way that they want to. Women dress the way they choose to. And women shouldn't be policed on it. I just think that just to say that that's how women's self-respect is defined is by how much clothes they're wearing is frankly really fucked up. I have plenty of friends who get all kinds of comments like that, like strippers and stuff like that, who are called every fucking name in the book, treated like complete crap. And you know what? A good point to make is no matter how much clothes you're wearing, guys are going to fuck you and treat you like a whore all the same, whether you choose to dress like a stripper or whether you choose to dress like a Christian. They're going to fuck you and talk about it and dog you out and call you a hoe all the same, no matter what you choose to put out there. Even if you don't put out, some guys will say that they fucked you anyways. So if you actually knew what women were going through, maybe you wouldn't be spewing out all of this. And maybe you should use your platform to promote good things. Shout out to Khalil Underwood for giving me something to talk about. I haven't vlogged or made response videos or anything like that in like forever, ever since my old channel got shut down. And all my subscribers with it. You know, I respect his channel. I respect, you know, him coming out and saying that he had plastic surgery on his eyes. I really don't have any problem with the dude, but I do have a problem with what he's saying. And I just want to come out and say that I disagree. And he's totally welcome to comment and be like, bitch or nobody. He's totally welcome to comment and say, I respect your opinion. He's totally welcome to come out and just like listen to what other people have to say about that. Maybe you should talk to women that do this kind of stuff before you make comments like that. Just want to say that. Love everybody. Bye.